I think that wasn't a pretty basketball game at all. And we were prepared for it to be kind of just a gritty, kind of slugfest type game. I knew there'd be a lot of rebounds, so we really had focused on that, and it just kind of, we were prepared. I mean, I was prepared for the adversity of not having my two Dutch kids, and then I just thought, no problem. I mean, my three seniors are going to take this game over, and then Motley's back tightened up, and wasn't sure we were going to have her, and the minutes that she gave us was just all grit, because really I wasn't sure we didn't have her in the game. So we were very disjointed, had a bunch of people out of position, but I felt like somebody like Najee Green, who is just 2 for 3, 5 points, and she's a three-point shooter, didn't even take a three, but she just gave 33 minutes of making up for the loss of Motley and Cornelius, and that's just gutty effort. That's what I got inspired by during the game, and I think when Najee got that rebound and one, we were just waiting for a spark, and I didn't know what it was going to be, and I usually have a lot of ideas to the point where my head's pretty cluttered. I had some blank moments in that game where I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And Najee got that rebound and one, and I think that was the turning point in the game for us, for our team to say, okay, if G's going to get in there and do that for us, we all stepped it up a notch, and I think we just locked down on defense and closed it out.
Questions?
Coach, you guys got off to a fast start, took the lead pretty quickly, and then St. John sort of chipped that and flipped kind of like the script, and then you guys came back and pulled out the victory. Can you just talk about your team dynamic?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to be proud of this win, but I'm not sure, we might burn this film. There was nothing fast about us. We did not play with our pace and our space, and that's okay, because they're part of us. With everybody out of position, had to be somewhat of a ball control offense, which we didn't have time to really practice. So that's part of it, why we were disjointed. But I thought Jessica Thomas, when she finally figured out in the second half, she could break some people down off the bounce, and she would have had a blue million assists. I thought we missed a ton of dump offs right around the rim. And St. John's, they're tough, they're physical, they're gritty, they have a good size. So that was a big part of the game plan, and we absolutely 100% wanted to get Walker and Lewis in foul trouble. And we spent some time in that third quarter getting down 8, trying to get those two in fouls. And so I used some possessions that we maybe didn't score on, but when we went on some empties, there was a lot of strategy there of trying to get those two kids out of the game, because I thought if those two kids were out of the game, we'd close the door. And so when we got down 8, some people would have panicked, but I thought, you know what, we're just about to get what we wanted, which was fouls. And we got the isolations, and we got the fouls, and executed the game plan. So that was good. I was proud of my team for that.
Eric Davenport had another fantastic night this season. Can you just talk about how her role has sort of expanded this year?
Yeah, I thought we could get him inside. I did, and I'm actually surprised we didn't have more points in the paint. We missed a lot of chippies down there. Key Hayes is usually really reliable. I mean, she's double-double, and I'm saying, she could have made some more. Erica's the same way, but they worked hard, and they really had to play heavy minutes. They haven't played over 30 this year yet, and they both had to play heavy minutes, so I'm proud of them.
Coach, this is a good team that you could pull away, get a win tonight without some of your better players playing well.
Yeah, I do think that, it's just taken a long time at Miami, for me personally, to build quality depth, to really feel like you could be down technically, let's just say 3 starters. I mean, we really haven't had Hoff the whole year because she's hurt her ankle. And to be down basically Motley, the second half we tried her, and Laura and Mace, and then have Jessica Thomas, very rare 1 for 10 performance, and still come out with a win. So I do think it's the quality depth. I was really proud of the bench. I thought Bailey and Green were really, really special for us and gave us some great minutes. And Kiki Harris, she didn't normally start, and she gave 20 good minutes. But the bench did it with their defense, and never really lost their composure. So I am very proud of that effort.
You just talk about the defense, especially in the fourth quarter. You held St. John's to 3 points, and that really kind of sparked it on the other.
Yeah, we tried to take when Lewis came back in, we had a plan. I saved it until late in the game because I didn't want to give their coach time to, but we did take her out late with some face guarding, and I thought that disrupted them very much. And that was also Najee Green, and that really spurred us on when we started getting some stops. I mean, there was a time there, I think we were up 4, and I believe we had 3 layups, and we missed them. Just boom, the game would have been over. And so I said, well, just go give me another stop, and give me another stop, and give me another stop. We kept getting the stops, and then finally we hit a couple shots. But we did 3 points in a quarter. I don't think I've ever had a team put down that display on the road for sure. It was great.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about the matchup with Lewis and Thomas, two guards,
Yeah.
similar style
Yeah.
guards? What do you
Yeah,
think of that?
I think, I don't know, between the two of them, they're 3 for 23, so, but both of them are so important to the team, and both are such great leaders. And I thought that Jessica just really adjusted her game, really grew up, really adjusted her game. And listen, it kind of, we lost some vision a little bit, and when she got her vision back, I thought she was the reason that we started clicking in the second half, as Jessica went back to what she's good at, and really had a great game. But that was fun. I mean, that was fun. There's two guards that play their heart, they work so hard and they play so hard, and are so important to the team. So it's a fun matchup. St. John's has got a lot of talent, and they'll get it together. You know, they really will, because I mean, you know, number 20. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Weller. You know, she hadn't been hitting at that high of a percentage in her career, but when she starts hitting at the percentage she hit it tonight, she's a tough matchup. She's a very tough matchup. So you're wasting your great defensive player on Lewis, then you're going on Walker, and then you you just got to keep grounding down. So Weller was really nice for them tonight.
Coach, with the business part of your trip over, just talk about the rest of this. I mean,
Yeah.
usually you guys are in and out of places,
Right.
get a chance to enjoy New York and such.
Right, and you know, the people at Miami, the administration, actually, my AD and my deputy AD are here, and our ex-president, Donna Chalet, was here as well. I mean, there's such great support. It's an educational institution, and we know it. And from the top to the bottom, we have an opportunity here. We don't have class, and we have an opportunity to stay. We're going to go to Ground Zero tomorrow, and you know, just make our players just worldly. They're wonderful. You know, when I took the job in the interview, the reason I came to Miami is because in the interview they didn't ask me a lot about basketball, and they just said, can you bring me some interesting leaders? That was the task. They asked me that in the interview, and I thought, my God, I can do that? Like, you let me do that? Find some really interesting people that are going to be great leaders in the world. And that's why I chose Miami. I begged for the job after they asked me that question, to be honest, because that's what we're really trying to do. And I'm loving that I'm at a place that lets me do that.